Knicks got 39 points in the other day against the Milwaukee Bucks, man, which is the second best team in the Eastern Conference. They got 39 points. They came out in the second half and they just beasted. It's amazing, man, how they play in New York City. Look, we have our chest out now. Our point guard is the player of the month for the Eastern Conference. New York adopted. He grew up in the Garden. The Knicks knew they needed to win some games after some tough losses. We had about 3 games, basically, where we lost about 3 or 2 points. So that was really tough, man. We could have been on a streak. So JB and Hart put on a remarkable performance, knocking off the Kings again. And Josh Hart with a career-high 31 points while adding 9 rebounds and 8 assists. Josh Hart is mastering his cipher, y'all. So if he doesn't score, then he'll pass. And if he not doing that, he's getting rebounds. So his scoring prowess is much needed, basically, especially with the loss of Randle, not having him in the game for over 40 games. So unfortunately for Josh Hart, though, there's a bigger star on Broadway as Jalen Brunson is inking all types of new franchise numbers. This week, he passes J.R. Smith, going to 5th place in franchise history with 191 three-pointers made. And coming into the Milwaukee game, he basically averaged 35 points against them, which is unbelievable. So what does he do? He drops 43 points with 8 assists. He passes Carmelo Anthony and Bernard King, who were tied for 3rd with 8 40-point games, all right? Which is excellent. So Jalen Brunson got his 9th, only trailing the great Patrick Ewing with 11 and Bernard King with 13 in a single season for 40-point games. Excellent, man. So he's averaging more than KD. Let's keep this in perspective. Let that set in. And not in the conference, but 4th in the league with 28 points a game. The heart this team is playing with, what they're showing, has them tied for 3rd place in the East. And 1 game out of 2nd place with 6 games left behind the Bucks. So that's very obtainable, all right? So you could talk a little greasy as a Knicks fan now, to all the other fans, especially Chicago and, Miami. We could talk a little greasy now because we're top. Only team better than us statistically right now is Boston and Milwaukee. So, and we could be both of those teams. We had a little trouble, but I want to see Boston. Arthur, all right, Mr. Barrett. Okay, so we got the bad news. Julius Randle is having surgery, which will end his season. So the question is, can we win a championship without Julius Randle? That's the topic of this video today. And look, the Knicks are ranked 9th place overall in the power rankings in the NBA. They have the #1 defense with Mitch Robinson back, which is the best rebounder in the league. So that's more touches for the guys that we have. And, OG is back, and he's the master he had a great game against Milwaukee with 4 steals. His impact is going to be key, all right? So how long he stays and how long he's going to remain healthy. So that's the biggest thing. Josh Hart is moving right. We have shooters now, like DiVincenzo, Deuce, and Bogdanovich stepping up. And he had a great game. He had 15 points with Jalen Brunson on the bench. So we need guys like that to step up, and he's showing it a little bit. I'm still waiting for Alec Burks, though. I want to see a little more from Alec Burks, man. He disappoints me sometimes. Peace to the God, though. So basically, guys are getting more touches, and they're showing what they can do. So tonight's game is against Chicago, and they need 1 more win. I'm referring to the Knicks to clinch the playoffs, and then they're all set. So, which I think they're going to get, knowing the importance of that achievement with all the adversity they went through this season. Like I said, with all the injuries, 1 more game, and we can actually clinch, man, which is looking good for us. So, and I think Tom Thibodeau puts focus on these games, and I think that they will win tonight, and we will be clinching the playoffs. So if you got any comments, hit me up, eric21172@gmail.com. You can hit me up on IG, N.Y.K.culture. That's N.Y.K.culture_ if you're on IG, all right? I just want to say thanks for the supporters, thanks for the fans. Stay tuned. I got some new content coming up, exclusive for the New York Knickerbockers, all right? Peace.